Hello everyone, and welcome to I'm trying to think the best word to use, delayed weekly pound roundup. I would say the episode number, but I can't remember, so I'll edit it in sort of around here somewhere. This week it's been just another busy week, just trying to get stuff done. But I thought I'd make sure I did it this week. I didn't last week because I was away for my wedding anniversary, so I weren't here to do it. But I thought I'd make sure I made a start with Chris's Fiesta ST Mark 8, or is it 8.5 Mark 8? Yeah, just an 8. Chris is behind the camera in mute mode. Chris is actually the reason that I'm in this sorry state and in the motor trade. If it wasn't for Chris, I'd be earning loads of money as a sports psychologist probably. So yeah, cheers Chris, thanks for that mate. Brilliant effort. Chris's car is just in this week for a weird noise since it's had a tyre changed. I'm putting it down to a defective tyre. So he swapped round, put his spare on because he has a full size spare, and we'll run it like that and see where we go. So, brief introduction to the week, and I thought I'd make the most of having Chris's car as it's really nice, and Chris is one of my best friends for the years. So, yeah, right, we'll move on to something else in a minute and we'll go from there. Welcome back. As you can see, probably can't see. There's a change of seating scenarios. I'm in my throne. We're in the throne. Last week I started filming with Chris's car. Said goodbye to Chris, had a load of work to do. And then I come down. Well, I was a little bit snotty last week, but the man flu quickly took a downhill turn. So instead of trying to snot my way through a video, I thought we'd wait till this week and continue where we was. Yeah, we've just been really busy. So doors opening. Hold that thought for 1 second. No, I'm right, thanks, mate. Talking to myself. And the 3 people on YouTube. So that's me and my eldest daughter. He's come to offer me refreshments, but I restrict my coffee intake for various reasons: squirrels, dehydration, many things. But I do have to have a set amount, otherwise I get the headaches. Like some sort of junkie. If I don't have enough coffee in my life nowadays, or caffeine, I struggle. Yeah, awful, really. But anyways, we digress. We being the multiple personalities, obviously, and voices in my head. Yeah. So last week we had like cool stuff. I had trying to think what I'd had. I'd had a few jobs in last week. It was a busy week, just like normal. Prepping sales cars, actually sorting Mia's car, which is currently for sale. So if you're in the market for a Fiat 500, give me a shout. She's moved on to something bigger. But on the 500 front, we'd had Mark's 500R bath in for lowering springs on it. Week before, we'd done a set of upgraded disc and pads on it. Week before, 2 weeks before, something like that. So yeah, we've been busy. We've been getting through work and stuff. It's hence the sort of delay in me coming back. So I'm like, I need to get back on with it. So this week, I'm just going to do it from here. It might be a bit rambly, and maybe not so engaging, but hopefully my delivery will keep you all engaged for the short amount of time, and we'll try and intersect with some videos and some clips and some pictures and stuff. Yeah, we had someone I've known probably the majority of my life, Sam. We had his 106 GTI in a little while ago, which is a max power car. It's a proper survivor car from back in the day. And yeah, we had that interchanged, a 4-branch manifold on that. And we had an issue with the lambda sensor seized into the manifold, which is pretty common, really. It's not exactly unheard of. And I could not get it out. Didn't have any heat air. And even with heat, you can have an issue that they just won't come and they just rip the threads out of everything. So it means you need a new lambda sensor, and if you're reusing that section of pipe, you can need a new piece of exhaust as well. But I got away with a little trick. I cut the boss out, put a slice in the boss, chucked a chisel in there, opened it up, and liberated the lambda sensor, and it was good to reuse. So I'm going to intersect a short clip now. Yeah, so you can see there just about where the thread is damaged. So what we did is I started undoing it and it started to bind up on me. I was like, that don't feel no good. So what you do is, if you go in, you can open it up. You can see there I haven't really gone through all the way the whole contact point. So what we do is put a decent slice in there, get a thin chisel in there to start it, get it open, then get a fat chisel in there and open it all the way out, because you think that's a mill cutting disc that's made that cut and how far we've opened it up. Once it's open, you can just spin it off, and yeah, she's good to go. Hopefully that will go back into the new exhaust, no problems, and we'll be away. No new lambda sensor required. Right, and we're back. Hopefully that explains what I did, and yeah, that can be a nice little hack for you if you are stuck trying to do an exhaust job. Other things on the list this week is Phoenix has been cleaned, because I've been doing bodywork in here this last couple of weeks and the unit was full of dust. So that's been given a nice clean up, so she looks fresh, and Susie's in here fresh as well. She was dirty where she's been in the yard, so she had a good clean and polish this morning, so she's looking extra shiny. I've been back, well, I say I've been back onto, in this period since I went to America, which was the last video, I have been doing sort of playing around bits with Mary the Mark II. I'm pretty yeah, the channel would know. I don't think she's been in any pound roundups yet, but as a channel, you should recognise her. She is a Mark II Fiesta that I had when I was 16. I always had a vision how I wanted it to be built. Sort of, if you was in the car scene in from the 2000s, you will know of ZTEC Inside, which was a Mark II Fiesta that was ZTEC powered, and then later on turned to Duratec powered on throttle bodies. I always wanted to build her like that. That was always the plan. I wanted to do it white. I've got a thing for white cars. Like, I think his name was Dave Moore, who was the editor of Performance Ford back in the day as well. 15-inch OZs, proper, just like full track spec. I'd had it, wasn't doing anything with it. Obviously, I have loads of toys. Sold it on to one of my best friends, Phil. He was going to do some bits with it. Never really come round, so I offered to buy it back from him. I started doing the 170 conversion, which you saw on the channel. And what I was going to do, I was going to get it running. I was going to sell it, because you can only have so many things. I'm already at a point where I'm considering selling my XR, because the chance of me doing anything with it is really minimal. And as much as I don't want to sell it, like, what am I going to do with it? Oh, sorry for the snot or the grunt. One of my customers, I was talking to about it whilst it was in the unit. We've got a thing for old school Fords as a family, and they were like, "Well, can you buy it? Can they buy it? But I build it to their sort of style and taste. So it's going to be built. It's going to have a Duratec from a 150 in it, 5-speed from the 150 as well. So hydraulic clutch, do a pedal box on it. Yeah, it'll have a full interior, and it'll be a little bit more show style. Instead of the white, it's going to go to a nice red, something nice and bright, maybe a bit more of a modern tone than what Ford offered. Or maybe it might be similar to a Radiant Red of time, sort of more period. Yeah, so it's not going to have the fat arches. It'll be no body kit, just real clean, simple styling. Set of RS 2000 wheels, decked. It's going to be really cool once it's done. Alfa Romeo front seats. There's a bit of a throwback to my past when I was an Italian car specialist. Yeah, so I've been trying to do bits and pieces on it, sort of around other work, but I've been so busy with just building the customer side of work, from like the small jobs, servicing, repairs, MOT failures, stuff like that, that I haven't been able to really give it loads of time. But I've just been sort of chipping away a little bit since Thursday. I pulled the engine back out of it, ready to go back into a 170 Dory and make way to start trial fitting the Duratec. The Duratec, some of the modifications that we've done already would be needed to fit that Duratec, so we're sort of ahead of the game-ish. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to starting getting that going and getting back on with it. Obviously, I do this to do the things I love doing, and that is one of those things. I love building cars. I like the process of modifying and the research, the learning process, all of that good stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back on with that in earnest. Yeah. Other thing, we've had little jobs in. Had a nice Z4 in yesterday for a rocker cover gasket. Simple work. There has been just like normal day-to-day stuff as well, obviously mixed in, as well as me still being full-time at Vehicle Tech. So yeah, double busy, double lively. Actually, as a quick finisher, all I've got is tech and finishing in my head now. Chris's car does seem to have fixed it, fitting his other tyre. So even though he'd bought brand new Michelin Pilot Sports, one of them was just no good, and it just had this weird like sucking noise. It's like you could almost hear the tyre pulling off from the road. It was really odd for a brand new tyre to do that, but such is life. Yeah, hopefully I've not ummed, I've not snotted, I've been coherent enough, and I've not rambled too much either. I should see you again next week. I'm going to try and be better. Obviously, life demands and stuff and all that jazz. But yeah, see you next week. Take it easy.